Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or you may know me as Donald of Zephyr War Games, bring you another pure and fun deck build from my decks, from one of my decks. So today this is going to be the one and only notorious deck that is noted to be the worst deck in Yu-Gi-Oh, and that is Ice Barriers. So for me, this is deck 22 Little Busters Ice Barriers. First and foremost, the deck is made for fun. It was made in a really sort of old style in a way, so you can probably just take the deck core of this and maybe try it out if you really wanted to. Yeah, but yeah, it's just purely for fun, not to be competitive, not to be like the best deck, and and yes, the sleeves are standard size, so that's that for ones on that. Okay, let's go straight into the deck. So with Ice Barriers, why are they bad? It's because they generally just don't have synergy with each other. Even if they do, they are sort of hard to play. Deal with. So starting straight off, we have triple General Gunard of the Ice Barrier. Junior main phase, you can normal summon Ice Barrier monster in addition to your normal summon or set, and you can only use this effect once per turn. Now, admittedly, Ice Barriers they look lovely, but yeah, they can be pretty bad on their effects as well. So basically, that's traditional normal summon, but you have to legit either a special summon or tribute summon for that. Next, I have the one General Gantala of the Ice Barrier. Once per turn during your end phase, you can target one Ice Barrier monster in your graveyard, except himself, and special summon it. The fact that it's in the end phase is a bit annoying. Actually, sorry, I played two. Is a bit annoying on that sense, but yeah, be able to just reoccur in the end phase is pretty handy on that. Next, I have the one Medium of the Ice Barrier. If your opponent controls 4 more cards than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. Its actual main effect is that your opponent can only activate one spell trap card each turn. So kind of like Great Shogun Qian, but for Ice Barriers in that sense. And being able to just special summon that out is it's kind of nice on that part. Next, I have the one Dai Shoujo of the Ice Barrier. Now, Dai Shoujo, if this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, it is changed to the defense position. Face up Ice Barriers monsters you control cannot be destroyed by spell trap card effects. So obviously just a nice protector on that sense, but being a level 6 is a bit annoying on that part, so it's generally a bit of a hassle to just tribute someone for him. Okay, next I play the 2 Samurai of the Ice Barrier. Generally your sort of beat stick for the deck, but its effect is if this face up attack position it is changed to face up defense position, destroy this card and draw 1 card. Now, bit of a, so basically your normal summon, switch to defense, pop itself to just draw 1. But yeah, it can have it for what it is, or you just have it as a beat stick. Next I play 2 Dance Princess of the Ice Barrier. Once per turn, if you control another face-up Ice Barrier, you can reveal any number of Ice Barrier monsters in your hand to target an equal number of set spell trap cards your opponent controls, and return the targeted set spell trap cards your opponent controls to the hand. So basically, just reveal, target, and bounce back row. Assuming they obviously don't activate in response. But yeah, it's just a sort of nice back row removal, soft lock in that sort of sense. Next, I have the one Sacred Spirit of the Ice Barrier. Cannot be special summoned. This card is returned to hand during the end phase of the turn. That is normal summoned or flipped face up, unless you control another Ice Barrier, face up Ice Barrier. And then in that case, if you control another face up Ice Barrier, this card's effect changes to target one monster your opponent controls and return to hand instead. So basically, it's just a target, bounce back to hand in a way, compulse, but it's just a monster effect. Obviously, it's a spirit, you can bounce back to hand instead. One way or another, just to bounce to the hand. Next, I play the one Geomancer of the Ice Barrier. Gotta love these dual terminal cards. Geomancer, you can discard one card, declare an attribute. This card cannot be selected as an attack target by monsters with the declared attribute, and they can only use this effect once while it's face up in the field. A level 3 tuner. Now, this is the only level 3 tuner I play for the fact that you can then summon Trishula. Otherwise, you were using your level 2 tuners and level 4 to summon into your Bryanak, Julong, but yeah, this is also, sorry, for Gungnir because that's a level 7. Yeah. So next, we played 2 Chiromancer of the Ice Barrier. So many of you guys who played against like the dev bot will recognize this card. If you control another Ice Barrier monster, level 4 or higher monsters cannot declare an attack. It is an Aqua Tuner, so yes, you can make Toad with this card. And to follow with him, we have Dudark of the Ice Barrier. If the only face-up monsters you control are level 2 or lower, this card can attack your opponent directly. Now, obviously, the log is you just have these 2 on the field, and back in the day, you know, when Gravity Bind was a thing, this was pretty nice in the fact that you can just attack directly and prevent your opponent from attacking. That's fun. Next, we play 2 Prior of the Ice Barrier. If you control a face-up Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You cannot special summon any level 5 or higher monsters the turn you activate this effect. Second effect is you contribute this card, target one Ice Barrier monster in your graveyard, except himself, and special summon that target. So it's just easy, nice to just like normal summon him and tribute himself to then obviously revive one of the generals back to your side of the field, and then, you know, just pop off from there. For next round, I have the 1 Secret Guards of the Ice Barrier. Face-up Ice Barrier monsters you control cannot be targeted by effects of your opponent's effect monsters. So, yeah, back then it's just like really nice to have a big 16 defender and then to be able to just protect your Ice Barriers. Last but not least, we have the 1 Blizzard, Defender of the Ice Barrier. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, draw 1 card. So that rounds up for the monsters on that. Okay, there we go. Okay, onto the spells. We played probably one of the best at the time was the best search spell, and that is Triple Medallion of the Ice Barrier. Simply add 1 Ice Barrier monster from your deck to hand. You know, one of the greatest searches back then, being able to just search anything you wanted. That's it. Next, I play the 2 Magic Triangle of the Ice Barrier. Now, this card, you reveal 3 Ice Barrier monsters with different names in your hand to target 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy the opponent's card and special summon 1 Ice Barrier monster from your hand. So it's kind of like High Priestess, or High Priestess was kind of like this, and when you just reveal 3, in this case, you pop a card and then special summon. So that's really nice. So that's pretty much it for the sort of Ice Barrier cards on spells. So next we have some sort of generic water support. So play 2 Water Hazard. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower water monster from your hand. You must control no monsters to activate and to resolve this effect. So kind of like Valhalla, but just for water monsters. The 1 Aquarium stage, I probably should play this more than 1 copy. The fact that its effect is water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle with a non-water monster. That's generally what you would use it for. The other effect is to do with Aqua Actress monsters, and but the second effect is if this card is sent to the field from field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Aqua monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Aqua type monsters. So there are only 2 Aqua types. Generally, you would summon, or related to this is Dudark and Chiromancer, and also the 1 Secret Guard. But yeah, you probably just want to summon Dudark with its effect. The 1 Big Wave, Small Wave. So destroy or face up 1 water monsters you control. Then you can special summon water monsters from your hand up to the number of monsters destroyed by this effect. So basically just clearing your board, then summon out bigger ones from your hand instead. The 1 Salvage. Target 2 water monsters with 1,500 attack or less in your graveyard and add those targets to your hand. So just generic sort of water stuff on that sense. Now for some generic, you know, Raigeki. I very much just generally play these things these stuff in all my decks. Raigeki, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and yes, the one MST, because you need to have some sort of back row destruction. But immediately I can, if I have more Twin Twisters per se, just put those in. And you can probably tell it's a really old deck. If I'm playing Swords of Ring Light, because back then in the old times, be able to just stall out with this, say what you will, it's very pretty odd on that part. So that is it for the spells. For the traps, probably one of the most underrated traps for water decks is that Esbahan is when its effect is when a monster with an attribute other than water is normal or special summoned, including face down summons, and you control a face up water monster, the summoned monster is changed to defense position. So back then it was very much of a big deal to just put them into defense and then attack them over, but obviously with links now, this doesn't really give too much credit or is would be used at all. Next, I have the one Torrential Reborn. A face-up water monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to your graveyard. You can special summon the monsters destroyed and sent from the field to your graveyard at that time. Then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each of those special summoned monsters. You can only activate one Torrential Reborn per turn. So basically, if someone board wipes you with Raigeki or Dark Hole, or even like something like Torrential Tribute, activate this, you get your monsters back, and you inflict 500 damage per monster. Simple as, for only water type basically, or water attributes. Next I have the one Poseidon Wave. When your opponent monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate that attack, and if you control any face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua-type monsters, inflict 800 damage to your opponent for each of those monsters. So just like kind of soft, like how I did on Magic Cylinder on that part. And yes, I have the one Magic Cylinder pretty much in every deck, and the one Mirror Force. So you can probably see that all of these, you can see a lot of these texts is just stuff that I generally like to just choose and play. Obviously, if you ever want to try and make this a bit serious, play a more Floodgate variant. Ice Barriers are very slow, or if there's a way to just turbo out water monsters, then by all means, do so, because they sort of lack that sort of ability in that sense. Okay, so that's it for the extra deck. No, it's not extra deck, main deck. Okay, now to the extra deck. Now, because this is Ice Barriers, we have to have the one Trish, the one Gungnir, the one Bryanak, and the one Duloran. Now, obviously, with Trish and Gungnir, being a 7 and a 9, my most effective way is to summon using Chiromancer, but Trish is just too good. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that just banish Gungnir. If once per turn, discard up to 2 cards to the graveyard to target that same number of cards your opponent controls and destroy the targeted cards. Now, Bryanak has been errated that once per turn you discard any number to then target and then return that same number back to hand. Obviously, it uses effect once per turn, but I still keep the old one because of just matching rarities for all the others. And last but not least, Duloran. So once per turn, returning any number of face-up cards you control to the hand, owner's hand, and then for each card returned to owner's hand by this effect, this card gains 500 attack into the end phase. So the fact, it's very just weak on that general part, but I just had to go in because it's just Ice Barriers in general. One Claw Dragon. It's water, just general on that part as well, and it just fits with a nice deck. Now, on to the extra deck. Now, I played the Utopia package. Now, this was Bahamut Shark, 2 Bahamut Sharks actually, because I've been playing it for a while now. And obviously with links, just not effective to do that as effectively as now. But yeah, I've just replaced Bahamut Shark with the Utopia. The one Abyss Dweller and the one Castell. Abyss Dweller is pretty much, it just fits with the whole idea of with the water aspect, but then obviously with Abyss Dweller is very viable in some metas. Castell for spot removal generally, and obviously we have the two totally awesomes for the negation. You can't just you have to just literally summon the 2 level 2s and just summon it. But, you know, just having this on the board is very nice to have. On to the links, 2 Miss Starboy and the 1 Beat Cop. Just to give that a power boost, generally speaking, and Beat Cop's just generic stuff. And the 1 Borrowload can be, you know, Borrow Sword or anything you want. So, yeah, as you can see, the extra deck is pretty generic on that sense as well. There's nothing too crucial needed for the extra deck, so that is it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this sort of like lighthearted deck profile on the sense that, you know, this is made for fun. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, happy doing it.